Is the government doing enough in the fight against Galamsey? Even if you think it's gotten worse, whatever it is, do you think their fight, they are doing enough? On that score, is hugely 56% said yes, they believe they are doing enough in fighting Galamsey.
Addo Essence Shabio Musa Danquah ababe drop posts on Galamsey. Sisiano MPP phone bi ka se Galamsey no enjaye Africa de west in so ne sacred chain time and Akuffo de no woso no the way na etie. Then I know say agenda wom Musa Danquah ababe drop posts in the current state of Galamsey ewo Ghana ha Addo no krea meanim. In fact, Martyrs Day and che biaye na Dennis Mrakos Abuaje on a year, I think the Peace FM year in review. And a Dennis Mrakos Abuaje be din common and in someone no can in actually say NDC abayin ba so no omonye hye Galamsey crowd to see anye because Galamsey no say ya na saying so no even crown and the Akuffo's government no na Galamsey far better than a year NDC for the na say na Dennis Mrakos Abuaje di ni nkomo yentie no na ye ba Musa Danquah ono so ne research awaye results e ba no ye dia no so ebe mamo.
What are we doing? Dear che o ma Ghana for do na ti ase se oba abemu a Galamsey no Akuffo do mampani an kase ne tu Galamsey ena na bemu penifo na etu Galamsey ena wo say sa oba abemu a Galamsey no be ende ne prekope. In fact, wo cabinet ministers say o mampani a o yes serious and any abre no o here 2 weeks pe no they are here or they are stopping Galamsey 2 weeks or 14 days and now when the 365 days can be kekako want to be stopping Galamsey was why are there meju am say no me say kekako o se me mo nse ma o hwe na me no ka say Galamsey e peja e mohomi ensa than it was in the past aban no ka say e to Galamsey for no good e ma oni omu di ano Galamsey for no protest here no am mo bonus. Go and check. Here na say me ankasa e de me ankasa me camera ko twae kwa bin secondary school ni mu ankasa ne yetu Galamsey. Ashanti Regional Minister ankasa bi na no say Akokari College school ni yetu Galamsey. There is a school being in the Eastern region. Me pese me body because pese ade no me gather me nyama ni nyina wi na ya. Oni bi o ma ye. O ma transfer teacher for no be half. O go so transfer. And the NDC affiliated teachers never school ni my agenda behind the dining hall. O ma prospectus so go to Diamond hall. Me na me catch you. She Abomoso secondary school our Eastern region. School no diety any yetu Galamsey. Na say my NDC for na tu so no mutu. Nti ye nyina ye say MPP ni ba ko be free mo obedi kokonsa. Say kwa bin die obi na be di kokonsa che me na me ko twa yo. Nti we do mo kwa no ma come wash school ni mo mutu. But it is a reality. You see the reason why I say you want to say kwa bin die na koso e me yakun last 3 days na police for kochi omo.
Inzarofo se utie nkomo na eye Dennis Mrakos Abuaje di betu dwa na you should know his stance say Dennis Mrakos Abuaje so onim say ade ne ye ba kokra or the be count because of a politician or kasama ne party he will always try or he will always say things ebema MPP party you know aye attractive ewo we ni so but low key no nim say entro no utwa. Inti yeah, but deep into the research Musa Danquah from Global Info Analytics betu jana. That's what so oko bibio mutu Galamsey na in the mining areas no. Obisa omo say nti Galamsey na ekosen ya. Obi ase Galamsey no de we mutu no na abafam. Na rofo wutie nkomon de ebubo ba. Na say nsemo Dennis Mrakos Abuaje ba be kan na nye no kre. Na rofo ye ntie nkomon wo this side. Na ya ba de ka huni na no ye de bema mo.
Very topical. I remember even asking the president, Mr. President, placing the ban, declaring a state of emergency. What is the problem? Why can't you declare? Civil society also raised those concerns. People talked about illegal mining. What is the data saying concerning the illegal mining fight?
I remember in the heat of the argument, I think around October.
Yes.
You haven't done poll on Galamsey, you are afraid. That's all. We do our polling in a certain way. So you wait. When the time comes, it will be out. So we asked the voters whether they believe that Galamsey has worsened since January 2025. That's when Mahama took over.
Yes.
Yes, it's gotten worse. It's 37% says it's gotten worse. No, it hasn't gotten worse. It's 47%.
Okay.
And I don't know, 16%. So by 10% margin, Ghanaians believe that it hasn't gotten worse. But the beauty of this is that we kind of brought the data to see the mining areas, non-mining areas, where the views differ. Sometimes if you're outside the mining area, you might think, oh, so the views may differ. Now, if you break this down to mining and non-mining areas, in the mining areas, those who say it has gotten worse, the same as those who say it's worse nationally, 37%.
Okay.
But in the non-mining areas, it is 43%. Where there's no mining, believe that mining has gotten worse.
Illegal mining has
gotten
worse. Yes.
But those in the mining areas agree with the national average that the same number, 37%. Now, those who said no, it hasn't gotten worse. Nationally, it's 47%.
Yes.
But locally, in the mining areas, it's 43%. So you can see slight difference.
Just a 4.
And those who in the non-mining areas, the number is the same. So whether it is self-interest by the mining areas who don't want to speak about the true nature of the situation, I cannot tell. But it tells you that they don't believe that it's gotten worse in the mining areas by about maybe 8% margin. It's not huge. Now, the interesting thing is about what the government is doing. We have cross-border unanimity. Is the government doing enough in the fight against Galamsey? Even if you think it's gotten worse, whatever it is, do you think their fight, they are doing enough? On that score, it's hugely 56% said yes, they believe they are doing enough in fighting Galamsey. No is 31%. No opinion, 13%. Again, these are broken down into mining, non-mining, so that you can see the truth behind the numbers. Nationally, those who say they are doing enough is what? 56%. Those who say no, 31%. No opinion, 13%. But in the mining areas, those who say yes, they are doing enough is 49%. Still majority. Those who say no is 34%. No opinion, 17%. But those in the non-mining areas, they said yes, 61%. But they are saying so you see how the various
dynamics are playing out.
So you must look at this data very carefully and put more premium on those who live there. So the national average could kind of hide the true nature. So you can see that the numbers in the mining areas is not as rosy as the national picture.
Let's get to the corruption perception. Musa.
Yes, I heard you saying that people are saying that the president is more popular than the ministers.
Yeah.
Look, let's look at the perception index. In fact, let's walk back. Remember, the appointees were rated excellent 22%. And then also very good or good 50%.
Yes.
If you add the two, what do you get? 72.
72. Yes.
Mahama was what? 66.
Yeah.
So it's clear that they were rated higher than the presidency. Let's look at the perceived corrupt public institutions. Which public institutions are perceived to be least corrupt? Here we've been sampling 14 public institutions since I think April or so.
Okay.
We're doing that every 6 months so that we can give them time to really go through the numbers and see who would put in measures to improve the perception. The least perceived corrupt institution or group is ministers and government officials with a score of 4.66.
Wow.
Out of 10. We asked them to rate your perception corruption view about these institutions. 1 being least corrupt and 10 being most corrupt.
And for government officials and ministers?
4.66%. The least.
Way below the average.
Followed by the president, the presidency, 4.77.
Okay.
Religious leaders, 4.84. The military, 4.96. Parliamentarians, 4.97. The prison service, 5.0. Traditional leaders 5.03. Business executives 5.31. Local government officials 5.37. Judiciary 5.49. EC 5.53. GRA 5.55, sorry. Immigration 5.81. Ghana Police Service 6.68.
Wow. So clearly, even for the perception, it's lower for ministers and government appointees as compared to the presidency.
Yes.
Wow. And that's why the police will not talk about that, because I've not seen any poll that
they always be there. But what we should be looking at for is whether their score is increasing or decreasing. Yes.
And people say that, well, it's also because they interface more with the public than the other institutions.
On the average, you see policemen taking 2 cedi every day.
Exactly. And some also now demanding Christmas gifts. Munjai. Interested. And another recommendation was, which honestly I support. MPs not being ministers.
58% support.
Thank you.
No MP should be allowed to be a minister.
That's all.
Instead of what's a woody and come out a Bafi a Musa Danquah camper. Nes or chra, those in the mining areas say Galamsey abafem. Or more moony mining areas snake as a Galamsey that so air coso. Na Saint here Abani saying here. Or more moony mining areas no, they are influenced by what the NPP communicators say. Ebini in somewhat Dennis Marcos Abuaji beture, not OKFM wakra ha. Se Peace FM was a dear despite Accra ha. Despite media are no making allegation. So just imagine says will be Accra ha na or comment on Galamsey. Say na nipa nbe comment. Obeka se Galamsey nkoye because of ake enyoma watiti. Basa we share on the ground, sir. Next, according to Musa Danquah penny polls, penny research in the reviews, no. When who's under the NDC government, no. Galamsey, no, abafem. In that for we make a cram in Saka Mide Ebro, our platform way. So, won't subscribe here. May I just subscribe, like it, share your comments, na share video, no. Nema for into me and shebi.